Hello, my name is Rajiv Chopra, and I hope you enjoyed this short little video about my trip to Nainital. I had gone there for a school reunion. We met after, well, several decades, let me just say that. And I studied at St. Joseph's College in Nainital, a fantastic boarding school. And in this first series of images and videos, you're going to see images and videos of my school, starting with the entrance to the quadrangle, a few images of the quadrangle, a few images of our school canteen, and the field where I played my final match for St. Joseph's against St. Columbus, Delhi, before leaving the school and transferring, as it were, to St. Columbus. So I hope you enjoy these videos and the overall video, of course, and these images. Thanks a lot.
Yes. So these are the steps going up to the dormitories
To dormitory, the office,
and the offices. So that
office
was
chapel, all that.
so
is
that what
good.
you see is the senior dormitory.
That's right.
And then there
Middle
was
dormitory is
the middle dormitory is there. That's where I started.
The junior
And
dormitory.
the junior is down below,
Here,
out here.
that's the billiard room.
That's the billiards room, which is still
Library is
there.
still the same.
Library's
Staff
still
room
there.
Still the same. Chemistry lab is still there.
That's still there. Principal's office is
It's still
here.
the same.
This is the quadrangle, and there on the far right, on the first floor, left corner room, is where I got my first bender in class 5A.
That's all the this is all the
Yes, and on the upstairs here you have the classrooms, and below you have the kitchen and
dining room. Everything.
the dining room. The same. So what you see here is the dining room, and at the far end is the kitchen. So we used to sit at these tables and eat. Now the kids seem to get Nutella and Horlicks. We never had Nutella and Horlicks those days. So yeah, this is our old dining room. The old dining room. So we started at this end in class 5, at the end, and then we slowly moved upwards towards the dining room as we moved into class 8 and 9 and 10. So do you see this blue door? Do you see this blue door? This is where I got caned in front of the entire school. The principal sent me up to his office to get the cane. I brought it down. He made me stand in the corridor, which you see, and with the guys doing the pota. So I bent over the table, and then he whacked me 6 on the bum with a cane. So this is where I got caned in front of the entire. So this is the first field or the main field, and this is where I played my last cricket match for the school. What you see there on the opposite side, one side of course is where you get the sports kit, and then you have the gymnasium there. And coming up here, on top are the classes, and this is where the girls' school sat and watched me play my last cricket match for the school. And at the end you have the senior most classes, and in the middle here you have, this is only middle school, so class 6, 7, 8 going up to 11, and beyond that wall at the end, right at the end, right below that was the second field, and then we had the. So the toilets are at the bottom, the senior school toilet, the middle school toilet, but the toilets have doors. Our toilets were like open, so they were completely open and you could see into the toilet. So if somebody was peeing, you could watch the person peeing from across the field. And when somebody went to shit, you could see them shitting as well, because not shitting as well, but you could see them actually going in for a shit. Oh, let's see now. These steps take you down to the fourth, fifth, and sixth fields, which are all there. But those tennis courts are new, and those teachers' quarters are also new, and those courts there are also new. But this used to be the fourth, fifth, and sixth field, and this one below on the left where you see the tanky, that was the second field, and that basketball court is also new. So the junior kids actually used to climb all down all these steps.
And now, starting with this image, which has the names of some of our principals, I'm moving on to images of Nainital, starting with some of the buildings, the High Court, the Governor's residence, a few people's homes, the country walks, a view of our school and the lake from the hillside road that we were walking on. And this here is the High Court. And now you're going to see an old magistrate's house, and then we're going to move on to just a few ordinary homes and a few temples. And I'm going to end this section of Nainital with a few images of the lake and the boatman who was taking us on our ride. And once again, I hope you enjoy this short video and this series of images. Let me know. This is the governor's house, which is still next to our old school, and it's a grand old place. It's got a fantastic golf course. I, of course, don't play golf. This is at the entrance to the Govies, as we call it, and you can see a section of my school in the background. Moving on, here is a photograph of the trees in the governor's grounds. And once again, moving on, a photograph of the lake, and you can see the construction that's happening on the hillside, which is really sad. And now I'm going to move on to the lake. Nainital without the lake loses half its charm. So you have to be there, you have to see the lake. I haven't edited the images except for applying a LUT. And now for the last section, at the Sackley's pastry shop and bakery, or the restaurant and pastry shop, some old images of Nainital, the British settlement, the discovery of Nainital by the British actually, not the discovery by Indians, and then a few images of the scenes of the British, an old gala in Nainital, and moving on to the next image, the boating crew, and in the last few images you'll see photographs of Ramney, our sister school, my school, St. Joseph's, All Saints School, and finally Sherwood College. And this is SEM before the iconic towers were built. And we end with Sherwood. So thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoyed this video.